In a world where temperatures can plunge below -60 degrees Celsius, where the sun vanishes for months on end, plunging the land into unbroken darkness, where nothing grows, and the wind never stops howling, one life form continues its ancient tradition, undaunted, undeterred, and unbroken. In the heart of Antarctica, beyond the realm of trees and warmth, far from human habitation, lives a creature that doesn't just survive the icip, it has mastered it. This is the untold story of the penguin, a story of endurance, love, and the impossible odds of life in one of Earth's most unforgiving environments. They walk like comedians, they dress like gentlemen, and they can't even fly. Yet beneath their charming appearance lies one of the most specialized survivalists nature has ever created. Penguins are flightless seabirds, but what they lack in wingspan, they make up for in brilliance. From the icy deserts of Antarctica to the rocky beaches of Chile, from the islands of New Zealand to the warm shores of South Africa, these birds have conquered coastlines with astonishing diversity. There are 18 species of penguins on the planet, each with its own story, habitat, and survival strategy. The largest among them is the emperor penguin, standing nearly 4 feet tall. The smallest, the little blue penguin, only 12 inches high and weighing less than 3 pounds. But regardless of size, one thing remains constant. Penguins live where life seems impossible. They are true masters of adaptation, capable of surviving extreme cold, predator-infested waters, and food shortages, all while maintaining their tight-knit family structures. Unlike most birds, penguins have bones that are dense, allowing them to dive deep and swim fast. Their sleek bodies and powerful flippers make them some of the best underwater hunters on the planet. They can reach speeds up to 15 miles per hour underwater, diving to depths of over 500 meters in search of krill, fish, and squid. But for all their adaptability in the water, it's their life on land that tells the most remarkable story. Every year, as winter tightens its grip over Antarctica, a silent migration begins. Thousands upon thousands of emperor penguins begin their march, 100 kilometers inland, away from the ocean, away from food, and into the heart of darkness. Why? To breed, to give life where everything else dies. Once they reach their breeding grounds, the female lays a single precious egg. One. That egg carries all their hope. Then, in one of the most extraordinary acts of selflessness in the animal kingdom, the female passes the egg to the male and vanishes back toward the sea to replenish her exhausted body. The male, he stays. He gently balances the egg on his feet, covering it with a warm pouch of skin, protecting it from the deadly cold. And he waits, not for hours, but for 60 long nights. He does not eat. He does not move more than a few inches. He cannot even sit, lest the egg touch the frozen ground and perish. Around him, the winds scream. The temperatures fall to -60°C. There is no sun, only blackness. But the male penguin endures. To survive, they gather in massive circles, taking turns shielding each other from the wind. The outer layers suffer, so the inner ones may stay warm. Then they rotate, again and again, because in the wild, no one survives alone. Unity is everything. And then, just when his strength begins to fail, just when the cold starts to seep through even the thickest layers of feather, and a sound pierces the sky, she returns, the mother, After 2 months at sea, fighting off leopard seals and storms, diving hundreds of meters to find food, she has come back, stronger, heavier, ready to take over. And she comes bearing a gifting life, giving food stored in her belly. But now comes the impossible part. Among tens of thousands of nearly identical birds, how does one penguin find her mate, her chick? By sound, not sight, not smell. Each penguin has a unique vocal call, a kind of natural frequency like a fingerprint of sound. And it works. In the middle of chaos, through screaming winds and deafening calls, one voice cuts through, and the father responds. Their reunion is powerful, touching, a celebration. The chick is alive, he is starving, and now he is fed. The male finally leaves. Emaciated, exhausted, but successful. His role is complete. But the journey for the mother and chick has only just begun. For millions of years, penguins have braved Earth's harshest climates. But now, their greatest challenge isn't the cold, it's us. Melting sea ice is shrinking their breeding grounds. Overfishing is stealing their food. Plastic waste is choking their young. And oil spills, one of the greatest threats, destroy the waterproof quality of their feathers, dooming them to freeze in cold waters. Entire colonies of penguins have disappeared in recent years. Species like the Galapagos penguin and the African penguin are now endangered. Not because of natural predators, but because of humanity's footprint. What took evolution millions of years to build, we are unraveling in decades. But there is hope. Across the world, scientists, researchers, and conservationists are racing against time. They're studying penguin migration patterns using satellite trackers. They're protecting nesting beaches, establishing marine protected areas, and rescuing penguins caught in oil spills. In places like New Zealand, South Africa, and Argentina, efforts are underway to restore the balance. Education campaigns are teaching people about plastic reduction. Legislation is being pushed to regulate commercial fishing and protect breeding grounds. And people are listening. Change is slow, but it has begun. You don't have to be a scientist to help save penguins. Every time we recycle plastic, reduce waste, or support wildlife conservation, we become part of their story. A story that says, yes, nature can heal. But only if we give it the chance. In the heart of Antarctica, the first golden rays of sun return after months of darkness. And there, beneath those rays, a chick chirps. He is small, he is fragile, but he is alive because someone stood for him, froze for him, refused to give up. The penguin is not just a bird, it is a lesson, a symbol of sacrifice, a masterclass in endurance, and proof that even in the most barren places on Earth, life finds a way. So the next time you see a penguin, don't just smile at its waddle. Salute its will.